Yo, what's up, YouTube? Oh, man. 365 days. Doesn't even seem like it, right? Cap. I want to talk about the 1 year anniversary of Drake's Heart Part 6. Holy skadoodle. Damn, that was terrible. I just got done listening to it, and I got some key points. I got some key points from this little nobody, no-name YouTube channel, and it's bizarre on what you can actually pull out of this. You can pull some stuff out of Drake's Heart Part 6. For starters, during their whole beef, from the perspective of Drake, right, he has been making diss records, pure call-outs, but before dissing, it has to be trendy, it has to be poppy, it has to have a quicker way to become an earworm, you know. And when you're trying to get that earworm as a writer, who the fuck is that? To get that earworm as a writer, you have to limit all the multi-syllables, the eternal rhyme schemes, all that, just to be catchy as possible so people can remember your rhymes a little bit easier. You know, that's basic writer thing 101. That's not even with rappers. That's just basic songwriting. He has been using basic songwriting and trying to captivate and pull an audience with the catchiness and the flashiness throughout the battle up until Heart Part 6. Whereas Kendrick has been talking more directly to Drake up until Not Like Us, where he had the pop song for everybody else. Ironic, because he was still talking to Drake at that moment. But with Heart Part 6, though, Heart Part 6 is where Drake is talking to Kendrick directly, you know, with Family Matters. I have a little caveat, a little tangent for Family Matters. A very, very short tangent. There was once infamous theory about this Canadian counting niggas 37 times just to prove every year he was alive. You know, and like Justin Hunt said, that may not hold any credence at all. However, since Drake likes to be patois, he likes putting pepper in his petty, he disses like early 2000s Mean Girl. So while I don't think he was counting every single year he was alive, I think he was, funny as it is, just saying nigga as a way to spite and annoy Monsieur Le Maire. Like, I think that's really it. Like, the way he was just teasing the word nigga, have his mommy on a diss track to give him an alley-oop to say, nigga! the way his mommy gave him the alley-oop is hilarious. Hilarious. How wholesome. Up until 38 minutes later. If you were there, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But that's all for Family Matters. What I'm going to talk about is Heart Part 6. Right after the intentional, well-used sample. Shout out to Noah 40, OV Ho 40, 40 Habib. I don't know his name. But I digress. He starts directly talking to Kendrick Like, imagine a pressing. Like, imagine someone pressing you for some nonsense he was talking. Like, you're in a roasting battle, but you took it too far. You took it too far. And he's pressing you, but he was the one that took it there, so you up the scale. He's saying, this is why your shoes raggedy. That's why your mama dead. Hey, bro, why you say that? That's how it starts off. It starts off as pressing Kendrick. Like, hey, where's all this then if I'm that? Where's all that then? Hey, man, if that actually happened, my folks would have me locked down and keep me protected. That's a red flag. There's a whole lot of slips going on in Heart Part 6. I'm not saying the dude likes extra cheese on his pizza. I'm not calling him a nan. Nan similarly has this alliteration sound with nunts. I'm not calling him no nasty ass. But there is a lot of smoke down south. That's completely irrelevant to what I'm talking about, but I digress. He continues pressing Kendrick, saying, the people who got you that information, they're clowns. Why are they clowns? Because I sent them. Why did I send those clowns? Because I'm with the circus. I send those clowns because I'm with the circus and we're over here throwing knives, balancing on top of bears, on top of balls. And we're just walking on this tightrope, kind of like that one girl was in your music video. Yeah, because Drake sees the future and just decided to go down further downhill, right? Keep it alleged. Shout out to the Ville. But he continues talking directly to Kendrick, pressing Kendrick, and he switches to Kendrick to his fiancée. He disses like early 2000s Mean Girl, y'all. I was not kidding. Like, it does continue to be a big press. Like, it went from, if I'm this, how come I'm not there? And this type of bull that you're on, man, I knew you were gonna say I like extra cheese on my pizza. I knew it. In fact, didn't I tell you to use it? I want to put one arm behind my back like it's 8 Mile or something. Shout out to DJ Head. Shout out to DJ Head because he caught on with that. I caught on with that too. And I also thought it was kind of stupid. It was a good movie thing for B Rabbit to do that, but first of all, you're not fighting a dude from Detroit. You're fighting a dude from Compton. I gotta give you the analogy of fighting because to compare boxing with this battle, Heart Part 6 was basically a man just doing haymakers. I see red. Psst, I see red. Mink, 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 mink. Wide as hell, just showing his shoulders before he even swings, just angry. This dude thinks he's gonna catch you, rip you apart, and just go wild. That's the perspective I see when it's like Heart Part 6. Spiraling, angry, I see red type of street dude trying to fight, going beyond his rage, beyond his limit, trying to be a Super Saiyan or some shit. And he can't even properly swing at the man that he's directing. Like, the first part, he was pressing Kendrick, and out of nowhere, he just started going at random people. just to call back to the roasting analogy, it's like he's losing a roast battle. Someone's laughing. He's like, "Why you laughing?" He attacks his fiance and his best friend. At this point, he ran out of stuff to say because he's really trying to defend himself at this point. But how long can you go on a defense track without anything else? You know, stick to what you're good at, you know, and I'll give Drake that credit. He is very good at spreading around the hate. He spreads the hate around. You thought he was gonna give straight potent venom to one man? Nope. It divides off. It divides off to people who know you. You know, Anthony Soleil found that out. Dave Free found that out. Kendrick's children, I guess they felt that energy somewhere in the universe. I guess I don't know. I don't know if they even listen to rap. To be honest with you, listening to oldies and some Wu-Tang. That's what I imagine that the Duckworths are playing in their house. Just some oldies and Wu-Tang. Look, y'all, I'm not a K-bot. I'm not an OV ho. I am a bot, though. Easiest Pi 3.14. One more, one false move, and they done for. Yeah, I'm a Doom bot. Just so y'all know. Shout out RIP Daniel Dumoulin. Back to what we're talking about with this damn part 6, man. Holy Antonoli. This dude loves going into other people's families. He goes in to the mother may I part. Mother I. Wait a second. And then he proceeds to cap his ass off. He proceeds to cap his ass off like no one's business. Just for a minute, think of an alternate universe adjacent, if you will, where it was Drake in this position instead of Kendrick, where Drake won and he went all in. By the way, he goes at this false perception of, or maybe a false retelling of Mother I Sober, and with Family Matters, he goes at Kendrick's uncle. Bizarro, feisty chick, comes out of face like Charo. Yuck. Bad writing. That's bad writing for you future writers. He goes off on a tangent and makes a story. We're still on this alternate universe metaphor here. He goes off and writes this detailed story. That's the crazy part. Not only does he lie, he goes into a detailed story about the lie. You know, it ironically proves the master manipulator claim. He's not beating the allegations. He ain't beating the allegations of that. Double damn. And then, hang on, I'm trying to remember it off the top of my head. That's the one like where you say you got, fuck me, I just made the whole connection, and then proceeds to put Mariah Carey's into this. Touch my body, start playing, then you start reflecting. With your shun ass rhyme scheme. With your shun ass rhyme scheme. Egads, brother. That ain't right. It proceeds to go even into more irrelevancy of the actual man himself, and just goes to outright threatening him. The man who's doing a lawsuit against UMG feeling threatened over the song that just came before Heartbreak 6 on Kendrick's side, on the PG Lane camp, is just outright threatening old boy. Not before just throwing in a nonchalant dig at Rick Ross still. Why? Because at the year, Rick Ross's private plane to flight to Malaysia, it crashed down. And on an Instagram live, Rick Ross was just going at Aubrey, saying, "Yo, the OVOs," with his big breathing ass, "the OVOs that took me out, that took out the plane, but I'm still here. Nah, they said you were petty, and I made fun of that. You want to take me out? The nerve of you, Drake." I think this is like the same day or like the day after. So he was using like real-time occurrences to fill in this track. And from a year now later, it sounds so out of place. So out of place because the people who go into the algorithm see the 1 year anniversary. Everybody is doing a lyrical breakdown of these songs. Both of these gentlemen and their songs. People will naturally wonder, what does Rick Ross have to do with your defense track? Like, go at Whitney, go at Dave Free, go at Punch, go at TDE, go at Ab-Soul. Like, go at anyone in Kendrick Lamar's previous camp or Compton, and that would be a relatively closer topic than Rick Ross and his failed Malaysian flight. But even then, man, it's like you've ran out of stuff to say about the person you're directly going at, and you're just getting stuff that is adjacent just to stack up 3 minutes on a track. So let me give you the full timeline before I get out of this yap session. He calls Kendrick out, like he presses Kendrick. Then he goes at his best friend and his baby mama. The fuck was that? Then he goes and misquotes his song, intentionally, unintentionally. I don't know, man. Yeah, and then he riffs on that for a good minute. He intentionally makes up something about a song that released 2 years before this beef even happened. So it's like, then he riffs on that idea, making fun of people with SA. Oh, yeah, and I missed the part where he says, "I'm way too famous for the stuff you've suggested." Ironically, famous people, more often than not, have the money, resources, and respect or reverence. They both start with an R anyway, to hide it for a longer period of time. As we've seen with the Diddler, as we've seen with Kelly, as we've seen with Weinstein. Oh, I'm sorry, Epstein. Weinstein was way earlier. Oh, look at that. There she go. Ooh, brand new one too. He goes further in on the why would I nuh-uh. This is the nuh-uh section. Then he goes into Rick Ross. We know why. But still, a year later, it's like, why? We know why, but why? to just outright threatening the old boy. He's like, I'll hit you with a razor. Like, there's nothing witty. It's just, I will kill you. I see red. Psst, I see red. I'll kill you. Stuff. I don't want to even fight you anymore. Click, stuffing these bullets in each chamber. It's a double entendre because you're short. You in extreme danger. And then we go into the outro. Because past the stuff and bullets in each chamber, yo ass in extreme danger line, it's literally just more threat raps. Like, we gonna kill you. We gonna kill you. We gonna kill you. That's all it is. Just more threat raps. And then it's like, it's good to get the pen out. And after we seen that display, son, I'm surprised that you got your pen out at all, gang. I'm surprised that it took you this long to get your pen out. I've seen funny things, man. Funny things. People have been saying, I start to believe that Drake wrote Family Matters because of the whole shun rhyme scheme. Curtis King, that's Curtis with 2 S's for y'all, if you want to look him up, really did bring that out to the light more. I think people weren't really paying attention to that up until, you know, DIY Mr. Zealous producer started to really point that out to people with how basic the ABC rhyme scheme was. But the point of the ABC rhyme scheme is basically just to be pop. But even, let me say this, Drake has been doing pop rap for so long that the double entendre, multi-lyrical, you know, that Take Care Drake minus The Weeknd, or Forever Drake with Eminem, you know, that Drake, that era is dust. It's gone. You're not getting that guy back. Like Graduation or Yeezus or The Life of Pablo Kanye, Saint Pablo, that was my favorite Kanye. We're not getting that nigga back. We're not getting that nigga back. But the point I'm really trying to make here is, old buddy Aubrey has been so pop for so long that he forgot how to actually write down lyrics to not just be pop, but to actually convey heavier messaging. I want to be wrong about that. I want to be wrong so badly. I wish he proved me wrong on Family Matters. At the initial strike of Family Matters, I was like, oh my God. Impressivo. Because it also came with a music video. Bleh. It also came with a music video, and it also came with lyrics. But man, a year later it turned into milk. The middle section, best part on that song. However, it has nothing to do with the 5-foot giant waking out of his sleep. It has nothing to do with OK Llama. It has nothing to do with PG Lang. I thought he was trying to keep it PG. What happened? I was really trying to keep it PG so my teenage girl can listen with me. Inconveniently, her real name is Whit. Man, this is tough, gang. This shit hard. No N95. This shit hard. Sometimes, folks, you just need good premonition. Either that or a better pen. When I mean good premonition, just leave niggas alone. Leave niggas alone. Unless you start turning your pen a little bit sharper, or at least get some better ghostwriters, or at least apply some of those battle rap contacts. Sorry, big ass tongue. I end up saying shit just wrong sometimes, y'all. Get them connects and help you out. That's what battle rappers do. Before they go on stage, they get their friends. Hey, bro, is this line solid? Do that. You didn't have to see red and start swinging blindly. You could have just used AI. At least AI could help your ass, man. This is me talking to Aubrey directly and the lawyers. Is he gonna listen to it? No, you are though. But just as a writer, as a songwriter, as a rapper, as an artist, make sure that you have longevity in everything you do. Everything you do. That is what Kendrick Lamar had presented out to you niggas who never heard of Dope Boy or have never seen an artist move with integrity before. Keep consistency and longevity in everything you do. That is the main thing that you can take out of Heart Part 6 by Drake, as opposed to the Heart 6 by Mr. Duckworth. This is me, Mirror Face AG. I'm an artist too. Fuck you gonna do? Run through with the power of Sun Tzu. Lame ass bars in his car going far. Then Mr. Aubrey Graham with his heart too.